Australia is expected to buy up to 5 US Virginia-class nuclear-powered submarines in the 2030s and have nuclear submarines patrol through Australia in the next few years as part of the AUKUS agreement. That's according to a Reuters report, which seems to have revealed what is due to be announced by Anthony Albanese and Joe Biden in San Diego early next week. The PM was asked about this a short time ago, but was keeping his cards close to his chest. Let's hear from Anthony Albanese, then Richard Marles, the acting PM, and Peter Dutton, the opposition leader, also discussing AUKUS in the House.
On Monday, there will be a meeting of the AUKUS partners between myself, President Biden and Prime Minister Sunak. I look forward to announcing those details. They will be announced in the appropriate way. Australia will retain absolutely our sovereignty, our absolute sovereignty, 100%.
This will bring to a conclusion the 18-month process under the banner of AUKUS, which was commenced by the former government. And I would like to acknowledge the member for Cook, and I would like to acknowledge the Leader of the Opposition, because this is a moment that we want to be and that we know is a bipartisan moment of huge significance to our country. It is difficult to overstate the step that as a nation we are about to take.
I too want to pay tribute to former Prime Minister Morrison, without whom AUKUS wouldn't have been a reality. The approach to the United Kingdom in the first instance and through the United Kingdom to the United States was the vision of Prime Minister Morrison, and I pay tribute to him.
This early acquisition of US subs is not dissimilar to what the opposition leader and former Defence Minister Peter Dutton flagged with me on Sunday Agenda 2 years ago. Will you consider leasing or buying existing submarines from the US and UK in the meantime?
The short answer is yes. I mean, there's all of that discussion to take place.
All right, so we've seen various reports across the Atlantic today. The British Sun newspaper reported a couple of weeks ago that British subs would be first to Australia as part of the deal, and that led to Peter Dutton saying the US Virginia class were better. The Defence Minister and acting PM Richard Marles suggested this week Mr Dutton had the wrong info.
Now, the last time the Leader of the Opposition received a confidential briefing about AUKUS was in the very early days of a process which has gone a long way since then.
Stop yelling.
The Leader of the Opposition's information is very out of date, and he knows it.
So let's look at this Reuters report that broke this morning. It says Australia is expected to buy up to 5 US Virginia-class nuclear-powered submarines in the 2030s as part of a landmark defence agreement between Washington, Canberra and London, and it says it has the information from 4 US officials. It says it's a deal that would present a new challenge in China. The agreement, known as the AUKUS Pact, will have multiple stages with at least 1 US submarine visiting Australian ports in the coming years and end in the late 2030s with a new class of submarines being built with British designs and American technology. So more on this throughout the afternoon, including when we cross to Kieran, who is travelling with the PM shortly.